Have you ever wondered why some women seem to maintain smoother, firmer, more youthful looking skin well into their 70s and beyond, while others struggle with wrinkles, dryness, and thinning skin despite using expensive creams and beauty products? What if one of the most popular natural remedies promoted for aging skin is only telling half the story? Many senior women have heard about castor oil. It's praised across social media for moisturizing the skin, reducing the appearance of wrinkles, and supporting a healthier complexion. But here's something very few people are talking about. Castor oil may work far better when it's paired with the right companion oil. In fact, using castor oil alone may mean you're missing an opportunity to support one of the most important anti-aging proteins in the human body, collagen. Now, before we go any further, let's clarify something important. No oil can magically erase decades of aging overnight. That's simply not how human physiology works. Skin aging is influenced by hormones, nutrition, blood sugar regulation, inflammation, sleep quality, stress levels, and environmental exposure accumulated over many years. Here's what's really going on inside your body. As women age, especially after menopause, estrogen levels naturally decline. Estrogen plays a significant role in maintaining skin thickness, hydration, elasticity, and collagen production. When estrogen drops, collagen production slows down. Research suggests women can lose a substantial percentage of skin collagen during the first years after menopause, with additional gradual losses occurring over time. Think of collagen as the structural framework of a house. When the framework is strong, the walls remain smooth and supported. But when that framework weakens, the walls begin to sag, crack, and show signs of wear. Your skin behaves in a surprisingly similar way. The challenge is that many people focus only on moisturizing the outer surface of the skin. While hydration is important, true skin resilience comes from supporting the deeper biological processes that maintain collagen, reduce inflammation, and protect against oxidative stress. In today's discussion, we're going to explore why castor oil has gained so much attention, what its real strengths are, and why combining it with another powerful oil may provide a more complete strategy for aging skin. We'll also examine the science behind collagen preservation, the role of antioxidants, how inflammation accelerates visible aging, and several simple lifestyle practices that can amplify your results naturally. And if you're a woman over 60 who wants to support healthy aging from the inside out, not just cover up symptoms, you're going to want to stay until the end, because some of the most important collagen supporting strategies have nothing to do with skincare products at all. If this topic interests you and you're committed to improving your health naturally, consider subscribing. Every day, we explore science-backed strategies that help support energy, healthy aging, metabolic health, and longevity. Now, let's begin by looking at what castor oil actually does inside the skin and where its limitations begin. Castor oil has been used for centuries in traditional wellness practices, and in recent years, it has become one of the most talked about natural skincare remedies among older adults. But to understand whether it truly deserves the attention it's receiving, we need to separate marketing claims from biological reality. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Castor oil is unique because it contains an unusually high concentration of a fatty acid called ricinoleic acid. This compound gives castor oil many of its characteristic properties. Research suggests ricinoleic acid may help support skin hydration, reduce moisture loss, and contribute to a healthier skin barrier. Now, let's talk about why that matters. As women age, the outer protective layer of the skin becomes thinner and less efficient at retaining moisture. Natural oil production declines, and skin often becomes drier, rougher, and more fragile. This process tends to accelerate after menopause due to hormonal changes that affect both hydration and collagen production. Think of your skin like a sponge. A fresh sponge is flexible, plump, and resilient. But if you leave that sponge sitting in the sun for weeks without moisture, it becomes stiff, brittle, and more likely to crack. Aging skin experiences something similar. One reason castor oil often receives positive reviews is because it creates a protective layer that helps reduce water loss from the skin's surface. As hydration improves, fine lines may temporarily appear less noticeable, and the skin may feel softer and smoother. This is where many people get confused. They see an improvement in the appearance of wrinkles and assume new collagen has been created. But hydration and collagen are not the same thing. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine you have a mattress that has become slightly compressed over time. Adding a thick mattress topper may make the surface look smoother and feel more comfortable, but the topper hasn't rebuilt the mattress springs underneath. Similarly, Moisturizing oils can improve the appearance of the skin surface, but that doesn't necessarily mean deeper collagen structures have been restored. Collagen is a structural protein produced by specialized cells called fibroblasts. These cells reside within deeper layers of the skin and are influenced by hormones, nutrients, inflammation levels, blood sugar balance, sleep quality, and environmental stressors. This distinction is incredibly important because many women spend years searching for a miracle product while overlooking the biological processes that actually determine skin quality. What the research shows is that collagen degradation occurs through multiple pathways: aging, ultraviolet exposure, oxidative stress, inflammation, smoking, poor nutrition, and glycation can all contribute to collagen breakdown. While castor oil may help support hydration and barrier function, it does not directly address all of these mechanisms by itself. And that's precisely why combining castor oil with the right companion oil may offer additional benefits. The goal isn't simply to trap moisture. The goal is to create an environment that supports healthier skin function while reducing some of the factors that accelerate collagen loss. One practical approach many women use is applying a small amount of castor oil in the evening after cleansing. Because castor oil is thick, it is often blended with a lighter oil to improve absorption and comfort. We'll discuss the most effective companion oil shortly, but the key lesson for now is this: castor oil is not useless. Far from it, its moisturizing properties can be valuable for mature skin. However, the biggest mistake is expecting castor oil alone to perform functions that require a much broader physiological strategy. If this is helpful so far, consider subscribing. Every day we explore evidence-based approaches to healthy aging, metabolic health, longevity, and natural wellness. Because once you understand how the body actually works, making smarter health decisions becomes much easier. Now let's explore the oil that may help transform castor oil from a simple moisturizer into a more comprehensive skin-supportive combination. Now that we understand what castor oil does well and what it doesn't, let's discuss the oil that many skin experts and researchers consider one of the most valuable companions for mature skin: rosehip seed oil. If you've never heard of rosehip oil before, don't worry. Despite being less famous than castor oil, it may actually contain some of the compounds most relevant to aging skin. Here's what's really going on inside your body. As skin ages, two major challenges begin to develop simultaneously. First, collagen production gradually declines. Second, cumulative oxidative stress begins damaging skin cells, proteins, and cellular membranes. Think of oxidative stress like microscopic rust. Just as oxygen can slowly corrode metal over time, oxidative damage can gradually affect the structures that help keep skin healthy and resilient. This is where rosehip oil becomes particularly interesting. Rosehip oil contains naturally occurring carotenoids, polyphenols, vitamin E compounds, and essential fatty acids, including linoleic acid and alpha-linolenic acid. These nutrients help support the skin barrier and may assist the skin's natural repair processes. What makes rosehip oil especially attractive for aging skin is that it complements castor oil rather than competing with it. Castor oil excels at sealing moisture into the skin. Rosehip oil contributes antioxidant support and lightweight nourishment. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine you're building a brick wall. Castor oil acts like the protective outer coating that helps shield the wall from environmental exposure. Rosehip oil helps provide some of the raw materials and maintenance support needed to keep the wall in better condition. Neither performs the exact same job. Together, they create a more balanced strategy. Some laboratory and clinical research has suggested that compounds naturally present in rosehip oil may support skin elasticity, hydration, and overall skin appearance. While no oil can replace lost collagen directly, ingredients that reduce oxidative stress may help create a healthier environment for collagen preservation. This distinction matters. Many anti-aging conversations focus exclusively on creating new collagen, but protecting existing collagen may be equally important. Imagine depositing money into a retirement account while someone continuously withdraws funds every day. Even if you're making deposits, your balance struggles to grow. The same concept applies to skin. Supporting collagen production is valuable, but reducing unnecessary collagen breakdown is equally critical. For practical use, many women choose a simple mixture containing approximately 3 parts rosehip oil to 1 part castor oil. The exact ratio can vary depending on skin type. Those with very dry skin may tolerate a higher percentage of castor oil. Those with combination or sensitive skin often prefer more rosehip oil because of its lighter texture. A typical evening routine might look like this. After gently cleansing the face, apply a few drops of rosehip oil and castor oil blend to slightly damp skin. Massage gently for 1 to 2 minutes using upward circular motions. Allow the oils to absorb overnight while the skin undergoes its natural repair cycle. Consistency matters far more than quantity. Applying excessive amounts does not accelerate results. Instead, focus on regular use over weeks and months. However, there is something even more important that most people completely overlook. You can use the highest quality oils available, but if inflammation remains elevated throughout the body, collagen breakdown may continue underneath the surface. That's why the next piece of this puzzle may be the most important one yet. We're about to discuss how chronic inflammation silently accelerates visible aging and what you can do to slow that process naturally. And if this information is helping you rethink skin aging from a deeper physiological perspective, consider subscribing. We explore practical, science-based strategies every day to help you support healthy aging, metabolic function, and long-term vitality. Because youthful skin isn't simply about what you put on your body. It's also about what is happening inside your body every single day. One of the biggest myths in the anti-aging world is the belief that wrinkles are simply the result of getting older. Age certainly plays a role, but age alone does not tell the whole story. If it did, every person of the same age would have identical skin quality, identical wrinkle patterns, and identical rates of aging. Yet we know that's not what happens. Some people in their 70s have remarkably resilient skin, while others show signs of accelerated aging decades earlier. So what explains the difference? Here's what's really going on inside your body. A major factor is chronic inflammation. Inflammation is not inherently bad. In fact, it's essential for survival. When you cut your finger, your immune system creates inflammation to initiate healing. When you fight an infection, inflammation helps protect you. The problem occurs when low-grade inflammation never fully turns off. Researchers sometimes refer to this age-related phenomenon as inflammaging, a state of persistent chronic inflammation that contributes to many aspects of biological aging. And your skin is one of the first places where its effects become visible. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine a beautiful wooden fence surrounding a home. Every day, someone walks by and scratches the fence with sandpaper. One scratch isn't a problem. A week of scratches isn't a problem. But after years of constant abrasion, the fence begins to weaken, crack, and deteriorate. Chronic inflammation acts similarly within the body. Small amounts occurring repeatedly over long periods can gradually damage proteins, cells, and tissues, including collagen and elastin fibers that help maintain skin firmness and elasticity. What the research shows is that inflammatory molecules can activate enzymes known as matrix metalloproteinases, often abbreviated as MMPs. These enzymes are designed to break down damaged proteins. The problem is that excessive activation can contribute to collagen degradation over time. In other words, inflammation doesn't merely affect how your skin looks today, it can influence the structural integrity of your skin tomorrow. Now let's talk about the most common sources of chronic inflammation. Highly processed foods, excess sugar consumption, poor sleep, physical inactivity, smoking, excessive alcohol intake, chronic psychological stress, and persistent blood sugar spikes. All of these factors can contribute to an internal environment that accelerates aging. This is why focusing exclusively on skincare products often produces disappointing results. Imagine trying to repair a roof while a leak continues pouring water into the house. You can keep patching the visible damage, but unless the source is addressed, the problem persists. The same principle applies to skin health. One of the most powerful anti-inflammatory strategies is improving dietary quality. A nutrient-dense eating pattern rich in colorful vegetables, berries, extra virgin olive oil, fatty fish, nuts, seeds, herbs, and spices provides compounds that help support the body's natural defenses against oxidative stress and inflammation. Omega-3 fats deserve special attention here. These healthy fats, found in foods such as salmon, sardines, mackerel, and certain seeds, are involved in pathways that help regulate inflammatory responses. Sleep is equally important. During deep sleep, the body performs critical repair functions. Inadequate sleep is associated with increased inflammatory signaling and impaired recovery processes throughout the body. Stress management matters too. When stress becomes chronic, cortisol regulation can become disrupted. Elevated stress hormones may influence inflammation, blood sugar control, and tissue repair mechanisms. Simple practices such as daily walking, breathing exercises, meditation, gardening, prayer, or spending time outdoors can support healthier stress responses. And here's something important to remember. The castor oil and rosehip oil blend we discussed earlier may help support the skin from the outside, but reducing inflammation helps support the skin from the inside. When both approaches work together, you're addressing the problem more comprehensively. If this is helpful so far, consider subscribing. Every day, we break down complex health science into practical strategies you can use to support healthy aging, metabolic function, and longevity naturally. Because the goal isn't simply looking younger. The goal is creating an internal environment where healthier aging becomes more likely. And that brings us to another major cause of accelerated skin aging that many people never consider: blood sugar. What happens after you eat may have far more influence on your wrinkles than you realize. When most people think about blood sugar, they think about diabetes. They think about glucose monitors, medications, or laboratory tests. Very few people think about wrinkles, but they should, because one of the most overlooked drivers of visible skin aging has nothing to do with the creams in your bathroom cabinet and everything to do with what happens after breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even snacks. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Every time you eat carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glucose. Glucose is not the enemy. In fact, your cells need it for energy. The problem develops when blood sugar remains elevated too often or rises excessively throughout the day. When excess glucose circulates in the bloodstream, it can begin attaching itself to proteins in a process known as glycation. Among the proteins most vulnerable to this damage are collagen and elastin, the very proteins responsible for helping skin remain firm, flexible, and youthful. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine collagen fibers as elastic bands inside your skin. Fresh elastic bands stretch and return to their original shape. Now imagine coating those elastic bands with a sticky layer of hardened caramel. Suddenly they become stiff, brittle, and less flexible. This is similar to what glycation can do over time. The end products created by this process are called advanced glycation end products, often abbreviated as AGs. And despite the friendly acronym, there is nothing friendly about them. These compounds can contribute to oxidative stress, inflammation, and structural damage throughout the body. In the skin, they may accelerate the appearance of sagging, loss of elasticity, and wrinkles. What makes this particularly important for senior women is that collagen production is already declining with age. If existing collagen is simultaneously being damaged by glycation, skin quality can deteriorate more rapidly. Think of it this way. Imagine a construction crew responsible for maintaining a bridge. As workers retire, fewer new workers join the team. At the same time, severe weather begins damaging the bridge faster than repairs can be completed. The structure gradually weakens. That is essentially what happens when declining collagen production meets increased collagen damage. Now, for the good news, glycation is not an unavoidable fate. There are practical steps that can help reduce its impact. One of the most effective strategies is improving blood sugar stability. This does not necessarily mean eliminating every carbohydrate from your diet. It means becoming more intentional about how and when you consume them. For example, prioritizing protein at breakfast can help reduce blood sugar volatility throughout the day. Foods such as eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, fish, or high-quality protein sources often create a more stable metabolic response than sugary cereals, pastries, or sweetened beverages. Pairing carbohydrates with protein, healthy fats, and fiber may also help slow glucose absorption. A plate containing salmon, vegetables, olive oil, and a moderate serving of sweet potato generally produces a different metabolic response than consuming refined carbohydrates by themselves. Physical activity is another powerful tool. Even a 10 to 15-minute walk after meals can help muscles utilize glucose more efficiently. This simple habit can have surprisingly meaningful effects over time. Hydration matters as well. Proper hydration supports numerous metabolic functions and may contribute to healthier physiological regulation overall. And here's a key point many people miss. The goal is not perfection. The goal is reducing the frequency and intensity of excessive blood sugar spikes over the course of months and years. Remember the castor oil and rosehip oil blend? That combination may help support skin appearance externally, but protecting collagen from glycation helps preserve structural integrity internally. Both approaches address different parts of the same challenge, because ultimately, healthier skin is not created solely by what you apply to your face. It's created by the biological environment your skin lives in every day. And that biological environment is profoundly influenced by one factor we haven't fully explored yet: your hormones, your sleep, and your body's nightly repair processes. That's where some of the most powerful collagen supporting mechanisms begin. If there is one area of health that is consistently underestimated when it comes to skin aging, it is the connection between hormones, sleep, and tissue repair. Many people spend hundreds of dollars on serums, creams, masks, and specialty treatments while overlooking the biological systems that actually determine how effectively their skin renews itself. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Your skin is not a static covering. It is a living, dynamic organ that is constantly rebuilding, repairing, and adapting to its environment. Every day, skin cells are exposed to ultraviolet radiation, pollution, oxidative stress, mechanical damage, and normal wear and tear. To maintain healthy skin, the body must continuously replace damaged components and support the production of structural proteins such as collagen and elastin. Much of this repair work occurs while you sleep. Think of daytime as operating hours and nighttime as maintenance hours. Imagine a large office building. During business hours, employees are using elevators, computers, lights, plumbing systems, and workspaces. Everything is focused on productivity. But after the building closes, maintenance crews arrive. They repair damage, replace worn components, clean surfaces, and prepare everything for the next day. Your body functions in a remarkably similar way. During sleep, numerous restorative processes become more active. Growth hormone release, cellular repair mechanisms, protein synthesis, and tissue recovery are all influenced by sleep quality. When sleep becomes inadequate or fragmented, those maintenance operations become less efficient. As a result, recovery suffers, inflammation may increase, blood sugar regulation may worsen, and skin repair can become less effective. This becomes especially relevant for senior women because hormonal changes associated with aging already affect collagen production. Estrogen is one of the key hormones involved in maintaining skin thickness, hydration, elasticity, and overall skin quality. As estrogen declines during and after menopause, several changes often occur. Skin may become thinner, hydration levels may decrease, collagen production may slow. Elasticity may gradually decline. This is a normal biological process, but lifestyle choices can influence how well the body adapts. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine collagen production as a manufacturing facility. When hormone levels are optimal, the factory operates with a full workforce and adequate supplies. As certain hormones decline, the workforce becomes smaller. Production slows. Now imagine that same factory also experiences power outages due to poor sleep, supply shortages due to inadequate nutrition, and equipment damage due to chronic inflammation. Output declines even further. This is why focusing on only one aspect of skin health rarely produces the best results. Supporting collagen requires supporting the entire system. One of the most effective habits is prioritizing consistent sleep. Aim for a regular sleep schedule whenever possible. Many experts recommend maintaining consistent bedtimes and wake times to support circadian rhythms. Creating a cool, dark sleeping environment may also improve sleep quality. Limiting bright screens before bed can be helpful as well, since excessive evening light exposure may interfere with natural melatonin production. Nutrition plays a critical role too. Collagen synthesis requires amino acids from dietary protein. If protein intake is consistently inadequate, the body has fewer building blocks available for repair. Many older adults consume less protein than they realize. Including protein-rich foods throughout the day can help provide the raw materials needed for tissue maintenance. Vitamin C is another important nutrient because it plays a role in collagen formation. Citrus fruits, berries, kiwi, bell peppers, and other colorful produce can help support adequate intake. And don't forget resistance training. Strength training doesn't just support muscle health. It also contributes to healthier aging by influencing metabolism, insulin sensitivity, circulation, and overall physiological resilience. If this information is helping you better understand the science of healthy aging, consider subscribing. Every day we explore practical, evidence-based strategies designed to support energy, longevity, metabolic health, and vitality. Because the reality is this: your skin reflects what is happening inside your body. The more effectively you support sleep, hormones, nutrition, and recovery, the more likely your skin is to benefit as well. And now we're ready to bring everything together by discussing a complete daily protocol that combines topical oils with internal strategies for healthier, more resilient skin as the years go by. At this point, we've discussed the major pieces of the puzzle. We've talked about why castor oil helps moisturize mature skin. We've explored how rosehip oil may complement it through antioxidant support and beneficial fatty acids. We've examined inflammation, blood sugar regulation, collagen preservation, hormones, sleep, and tissue repair. Now, the question becomes, how do you put all of this together into a practical routine that can realistically fit into everyday life? Because information is only useful when it becomes. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Every day, your skin responds to thousands of signals: the foods you eat, the quality of your sleep, your stress levels, your physical activity, your hydration status, your hormone balance, and yes, the products you apply to your skin. The goal is not to find a miracle solution. The goal is to create small daily habits that consistently move your physiology in a healthier direction. Think of healthy aging like compound interest. One healthy decision may seem insignificant today, but repeated over months and years, the effects can become substantial. Let's begin with a simple morning protocol. After waking, start with hydration. Many older adults walk through the day mildly dehydrated without realizing it. Since skin hydration is influenced by overall hydration status, beginning the day with water can support normal physiological function. Next, prioritize a protein-rich breakfast. This helps provide amino acids that support tissue maintenance while also promoting more stable blood sugar levels. Examples might include eggs with vegetables, Greek yogurt with berries, cottage cheese, or another high-quality protein source appropriate for your needs. During the day, focus on what I call collagen protective eating. Build meals around protein, colorful vegetables, healthy fats, and fiber-rich foods. These foods help support nutrient intake while reducing the likelihood of dramatic blood sugar fluctuations. Aim for regular movement as well. Walking after meals, gardening, light cycling, swimming, or resistance training can all contribute to healthier metabolic function and circulation. Now let's talk about the evening routine. This is where the castor oil and rosehip oil blend can become part of your strategy. After gently cleansing the skin, mix approximately 1 part castor oil with 3 parts rosehip oil. Those with extremely dry skin may choose a slightly richer blend, while others may prefer a lighter ratio. Apply a small amount to slightly damp skin. Remember, more is not necessarily better. A few drops are often sufficient. Using gentle upward circular motions, massage the mixture into the face and neck for 1 to 2 minutes. The massage itself may help increase local circulation while also encouraging relaxation before sleep. Allow the oils to remain on the skin overnight. Why nighttime? Because your body's natural repair processes are particularly active during sleep.